This is the High People Include Everyone program, a groundbreaking initiative bridging the digital and financial inclusion gap in the COMESA region. Malawi and Zambia are agriculture-driven countries, with more than half of their populations relying on smallholder farming. However, there is currently no centralized or regulated market control at the Mwami-Mchinji border, leading to fragmented trade practices that hinder smooth trade flow.
The problem that we identified is that at the Mchinji-Chipata border, there is no market control. So what happens is smallholder farmers go there, they have their products that they want to sell, and because they don't have enough information, everyone has their own rates at which they sell the product. So it becomes a bit chaotic and it's all over the place. So because of that, there is a lack of transparency, and also there's no centralized or regulated market that people can buy products from. So as Chalo Money, we found an opportunity to create a platform where farmers will be able to sell their product, and also people will be able to pay through the Chalo Money platform.
To address these challenges, Chalo Money is developing a USSD-based platform tailored to the needs of smallholder farmers in Malawi and Zambia.
The primary customers are the smallholder farmers because they'll be able to get their payments from the platform, as well as the buyers of the product. And we thought that using the feature phone penetration, it would be good because most of the smallholder farmers live in rural areas, and most of them use feature phones instead of the smartphones. But eventually, we'll be able to scale up because it will be easier to scale up from the feature phones to the smartphones.
Following their participation in the COMESA Women in FinTech hackathon, the team is confident that the training and mentorship were critical in refining their solution.
Initially, when we came, our solution was all over the place. We thought that it was perfect, but then when we went through the sessions, we understood that it was all over the place. And then there was one session where we were told to ask ourselves why, and a number of times until we get to the root cause of the problem. So we narrowed it down from transparency to market access and down to the market control. And then from there, we've also been able to learn about legal aspects of the business, as well as the marketing side as well. Branding is something that we thought was a really minor thing, but then we learned that it puts the whole project together, and it is also something that can help us get out there and identify ourselves. So the hackathon has been an eye-opener, and we've really learned a lot, and we appreciate that we're here.
They were especially pleased with the inclusivity aspects embedded in the Level 1 project principles, which they hope to integrate in their products.
The core principles of the Level 1 are inclusivity, interoperability, and most also push payments. Now, talking about inclusivity, we are bringing together low-level income households or low-level income people to be able to participate in this financial scheme. So according to the Level 1 principles, they try to include as much people as they can, even those that are on a very low income. And when you look at the principle of interoperability, it's connecting DFSPs together. So we're looking at banks, MNOs, and having open APIs, so that if you build anything else according to these principles, it should be able to interoperate with different DFSPs. Coming now to the module also borrows from the same Level 1 principles in terms of the development and the technology stack. So if you could look at the module open source software itself, it employs these Level 1 principles. So in our solution, we have employed both the module as well as the Level 1 principles to make sure that we reach as many people as we can, and make sure that everyone else is able to participate, even those with feature phones, because this scheme was particularly made for them.
They remain grateful to High People and CPC for organizing the hackathon.
I'd like to thank the Gates Foundation for this opportunity, wishing this for many other small startups that are coming in the future.
High People!
With generous support from the Gates Foundation and in partnership with COMESA Business Council, High People is empowering communities to ensure inclusion and shared benefits for everyone.